basement once again. This is the Game Store Reviews. This is Chris.
Hi, everybody.
And today Chris brought us something real special. For me in my life, this system right here represents one of the greatest moments of my childhood. Why don't you tell us a little about it, Chris?
Well, by the time I got into, I mean, you're a lot older than I am, so you got more familiar with this. See, I didn't get into this until I was like 7, 8 years old, and it was still phenomenal. Even in the early '90s, you still can't go wrong. I mean, you had the Mario, of course. You know, you had Excite Bike, you had Hogan's Alley, you had all Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, every great game included with this NES's. For an 8-bit picture, it was just the attraction for little kids. It's just like with kids being on gaming consoles as today. It's all the blinking lights. It's all this. It's all this. You feel like a dog. I mean, you feel like you're a dog. You got drool coming.
Real basic colors. Real basic like worlds. You know, and especially some of the early games. You know, when Nintendo came out, it came out in 1983, and it was originally called the Famicom. Yeah, and so you know, in 1983, as we both know, was a horrible year for video games. It was when the market tanked, and the confidence level in the consumer in America went to absolutely nothing, you know. So when the Famicom came out, basically they proved the rule for having a bad gaming system, and there was a bad chip, so most of them were recalled. You take it up to 1986, though, 1985, 1986, you know, Nintendo started trying it in markets and just
it started in New York City.
New York City, yeah. New York City was the first time that Nintendo really put out this system to see how well it would work. And it got rave reviews. People loved it. But it wasn't until 1988 when sales just went through the roof. And in 1988...
That was nationwide, too.
Yeah, they had sold 7 million consoles here in America. So, you know, you have a system that basically came from nothing to be the juggernaut, the biggest thing in gaming history, in my opinion. You know, so we're gonna play a couple of games today, though. You know, see kind of a little bit about the technology and kind of talk about it a bit, and let's give it a try. Well, Excite Bike is what we're gonna play. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. The best music that Nintendo had to offer, huh? Here you go, Chris.
Let me give it a whirl.
Yeah, let's give it a try here. We're gonna have to go 2 players on this stuff.
I don't know. Is it even 2-player? It just gives us different types of tracks.
Well, yeah, we got different tracks here. You can actually do a design your own too. Let me give it a try now. There's a temp gauge at the bottom, and I always remember that because, it's one of the worst parts about this game. And you can do little wheelies. But Excite Bike, you know, it really does remain... Oh. And the harder you hit the button, you can get yourself back on the motorcycle. But Excite Bike was one of those games as a kid where it had so much versatility between being able to build a track yourself and... being able to just kind of explore different levels where, you know, you'd build a track and make your friend race it, you know. Not doing very good. But, you know, for me as a kid, Excite Bike was so much better than Atari 2600. Did you ever play Excite Bike when you were a kid, Chris?
Maybe once or twice.
What kind of games were you into when you were a kid then?
Well, like your typical Mario. Mario was like the biggest franchise I got into. I mean, I couldn't put down the controller. I mean, for the life of me, it was Mario all the way.
Really? Like Super Mario and then Mario 2?
Mario 3, yeah.
Oh, Mario 3 was big for me too. But, you know, you can kind of see how the stylistic elements of Excite Bike were about the same, like, sort of attitude that they took towards Super Mario Brother 2, you know? Oh, that wasn't bad. What'd I get?
9th place.
Let's see what you can do.
You want me? Alright.
Yeah, give it a try.
Alright, well, let's see here. Alright, I'll go my first track.
Alright.
Now, mind you, I've only played this like once or twice when I was a kid, so
I'll give it a try. It's one button.
One button.
What do you have to lose?
You're right, there's no fire button. It's just gas and go.
Gas and go. Which is the greatest part about this game, is you didn't have to be like a rocket scientist to figure out how to play this game. It didn't require you buying a Nintendo Power to figure out how to beat the game, you know?
And Nintendo was pretty, and you know, if you think about Nintendo, what is in fact was pretty easy. All you had was a basic D-pad, 2 buttons. There weren't any multi-buttons, no nothing. You had 2 buttons to deal with. And I think that's what made Nintendo a lot playable and a lot more fun to do. Mm-hmm. It wasn't very difficult at all.
Well, and you know, one of the things about the older style televisions is, you of course, with the older style television, you always get the little bands that come down too. You know, you can't notice them until you start recording them, though. Nothing you can do about that.
Come on, get up.
Gotta get up to get down. Oh, I think you're gonna beat my record, but I was doing a different track. Nice. So Chris, what do you think of the overall gameplay?
After 1 or 2 trials on this and getting the hands on it, I'd say it's an okay game. I mean, it's basic, it's fun for by yourself or even having a partner over it. You just can't go wrong.
Yeah, because there is a 2-player version of it. Yeah, it's just trying to get a Nintendo to work these days.
Frankly, there is a lot of Nintendos that, frankly, just don't work. But have you ever heard of Retron 5?
No, what's the Retron 5?
Oh, Retron 5 is an expansion in retro gaming out there. If you have NES games, if you still enjoy your NES games, if you still enjoy your Sega games from the Super, to the old Famicom games, hell, even if you had a Game Boy, if you were into Game Boy games as well, this Retron system does all these, bringing the Retron games back to life.
Whoa, somebody's still into Game Boy games?
Yeah, there are still people who still enjoy from original Game Boy games to the color Game Boy games. Yes, in fact there is. But this Retron 5 gaming console will do all these games in one.
Oh, I see.
Very good high-def quality for technology nowadays. Good Bluetooth capability for a controller. Oh. You just can't go wrong.
Gosh, we should think about playing another game. Ah, it's Joe.
Haha, did I hear somebody say another game? RBI.
RBI baseball?
Oh yeah.